Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Child support, alimony, anything that comes with, the extra perks of marrying a newly single divorced woman.
So he hit the jackpot here.
He did, 100%.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. You know what time it is? Another dating foolishness episode. Today's special, a Florida man used marriage the same way women have been using it for centuries to gain resources. And guess what? He's now in cuffs because apparently when men secure the bag, it's a felony. But when women do it, it's called starting over. Let's dive into this masterclass in modern hypocrisy.
Facing charges for marrying 3 Florida women in 3 different counties at the same time. Tonight, those women are speaking out, saying the system that handles marriage licenses kept them in the dark.
There are no safeguards, and that, I feel like that's part of where the system failed.
He took each one of us to a county over to get married in.
If the counties did talk, that would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
I-Team investigator Adam Walser breaks down how this could happen at a time when online records can be viewed with a few clicks of a mouse.
A wedding usually signifies a lifetime commitment between 2 people embarking on life's journey. But these 3 Florida women learned they were on the same journey with Henry Betsy Jr. at the same time. This is Henry's mugshot, which is the most recent and clear picture we have of him. Michelle married Henry in Hernando County in November 2022.
I met him on Match.com. We met in early November.
How soon did you marry Henry?
It was very short. It was very soon. It was within about 3 weeks span.
Damn! Henry was still married to Brandy, who married him in Manatee County that February. Brandy asked us not to show her face to protect her job.
I met him on a dating app. The first time I'd ever got on a dating app. He said all the right things.
When Brandy married Henry, he was still married to Tanya, who obtained a marriage license in Gadsden County in November 2020. Tanya asked us to blur her face because she's a domestic violence survivor.
Meeting him on a dating site and the way he portrayed himself, he sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things.
He sold himself as the perfect person. Translation: he gave me attention, said I was beautiful, and didn't live in a basement. Checks all boxes. Let's get married tomorrow.
It's not logic.
Meanwhile, men get ghosted for using the wrong emoji. Yeah, it's called game, sweetheart. Y'all love it until he uses it to secure the bag instead of you. Just like every IG filter, every fake high-value man fantasy you've ever bought into. You mad he played your game better than you? This man made a 3-peat in Florida. 3 marriages, 3 counties, 3 weeks. That's not a red flag, baby. That's a power play.
All right, Mr. Betsy, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear for any testimony you can give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, sir.
Michelle gave us cell phone videos of court hearings. Henry Betsy Jr. was arrested for felony bigamy last year after Tanya figured out she wasn't his only wife.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea that she was actually still married to him.
I'm just looking at this. It's so bizarre. We never get discharged.
The wives say marrying Henry was easy.
You go to the records division, you apply for a marriage license, they take your information, they take a copy of your photo ID, and we got married right there at the courthouse. No questions asked. There was nothing that was flagged in the system for him having already 2 prior open marriage license.
I did the paperwork and got married all within 15 minutes.
Exactly. The government makes marriage easier than returning an Amazon package, but somehow you're the victim for walking straight into it. All these extras, the wedding dress, the cake, the rings, that's just the Instagram part. At the end of the day, you signed a contract, and these women thought they were marrying a cash cow. What could possibly go wrong?
Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
Oh wait, do I hear a remix of the Tinder Swindler?
In Pinellas County, 2,000 people get married at courthouses each year. There is a 72-hour waiting period for Florida residents, but that can be waived by a judge, and there is no required wait for people from other states. Pinellas County Clerk Kim Burke says Florida makes it easy to get married because the state is a big wedding destination.
Does it surprise you that someone was able to be married to 3 different people in 3 different Florida counties at the same time?
Well, it does surprise me, but unfortunately, there's not really safeguards to find that out.
It's not logic.
Burke says marriage applications are based on the honor system.
They swear that the information on the application is correct. And one of the things they have to show is that if they were married previously, how did the marriage end? Either was death, divorce, or annulment.
But licenses and marriage certificates aren't compared to documents in other counties when they're sent to the state.
Because if there were safeguards in place and there was cross-referencing on different counties here in the state of Florida, none of this would have ever happened.
No safeguards? Oh, you mean like the ones men don't get when their entire net worth can be vaporized with one "I do"? Welcome to the game, sweetheart. These laws, they've been wrecking men's lives for decades, financially, emotionally, and legally. And you know why you don't hear women complain about them?
What?
Because they work in women's favor. That's why this story is pure gold. A man finally turned the tables, and now everyone's clutching their pearls.
His wives, who met Henry on Match, Tinder, and Stir, recently found his profile on another dating site while he was still legally married to them.
Looking for a beautiful woman that understands the ups and downs of life, is trustworthy, and no games.
His wives say they later came to believe their marriages had more to do with money than love.
Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
The day we got married, he was like, well, we need to make your bank account a joint bank account.
We were either divorced or about to be divorced, maybe coming into something.
Child support, alimony, anything that comes with, the extra perks of marrying a newly single divorced woman.
So he hit the jackpot here.
He did, 100%.
This is pure gold!
So he hit the jackpot here.
He did, 100%.
Yeah, it's messed up, and yet it feels so damn right. Why?
What?
Because this is what men go through every day. We're supposed to cry for these women? Nah, these women weren't looking for love. They were hunting for security. Tyrone. Just beat them to the vault.
Henry's financial situation appears to have taken a turn for the worst.
Do you have any source of income presently?
No, at the moment, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Michelle and Tanya say they escaped their marriage and obtained domestic violence orders after Henry became abusive. Brandy says she kicked Henry out of her house after just 5 days of marriage. Henry finally filed for divorce from Tanya following his arrest and is now seeking annulment for his marriages to Michelle and Brandy.
Of course, the domestic violence card, right on cue. Because now that the money dried up, the narrative needs a little courtroom spice. He tricked me. He abused me. No, he just used your strategy. Broke, unemployed, still scored a marriage hat trick off dating apps. Meanwhile, your average nice guy can't even get a hey back.
Do you think there's any need to do anything else to prevent this type of thing?
I just think it's too hard. I mean, as much as we have records and so forth, people are very transient. You can get divorced in another state.
Henry's wives are hoping he'll be convicted and spend time behind bars.
It's a potential that he may just walk away with probation, and that's what's really hurtful, is there's no accountability. There's nothing that is going to stop him from doing this again.
Kryptonite.
Hard to solve? Stop the cap. It's easy to fix, but they won't. Because divorce court is a goldmine. The government has zero incentive to fix a system that prints money off broken families and custody battles. Henry used marriage to gain resources, just like millions of women do. But when he does it, criminal. When she does it, survivor, healing through her next chapter.
Henry Betsy Jr. has pleaded not guilty to the felony bigamy charge and has another court hearing later this month. We reached out to him, but he declined through his attorney to comment.
Let's be clear. This story ain't about love. It's not about deception. And it damn sure ain't about bigamy. It's about how the rules only matter when a man flips the script. He didn't rob them. He gave them everything they wanted. The fantasy, the wedding, the ring. He just didn't stick around to get bled dry. So next time a woman says, all men are trash, just remind her, trash doesn't usually come with 3 wedding bands, a Bumble profile, and a financial game plan. Henry Betsy, you're not just a criminal, bro. You're a case study in reverse hypergamy. And for that, we salute you.
Management, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.